Hey guys, in the last video I mentioned we were getting a new 3D printing sponsorship. Well, that 3D printer has come in the mail and we're ready to unbox it. So like I said, this is the only 3D printer that can actually print continuous fiber, carbon fiber, fiberglass, and Kevlar, which makes the print super strong and almost equivalent to aluminum. The material comes in these gold Ziploc bags, and this is just the fiber. And we have carbon fiber, fiberglass, and Kevlar. And they all have slightly different properties depending on what you're trying to build. Now the material is a really high quality nylon. With consumer 3D printers, nylon is one of the best materials you can use for 3D printing, and this steps it up another notch. So one of the biggest issues with nylon is it absorbs humidity, which means if you just leave it out in open air, it'll actually suck water in, which then destroys your print quality when you try and use it. So this printer actually comes with this pressurized watertight Pelican case, which you actually put the roll inside, and it comes out this to keep all your material nice and safe and humidity free. This would be a lot easier if you guys weren't just standing around watching the cameras. Woo! That is one sexy looking 3D printer. Woo! It's done. All right, so we just finished our first print off of the Mark II by Mark Forged. It's basically just a really simple wrench for our lathe, so let's go see if it works. All right, so as you can see, the print quality is awesome. You can barely see the layers, and it's super strong because of the fiber in the middle. All right, so this is a very basic part, but basically it was our first test print from the machine, so we didn't want to do anything too complex. All right, so we've had the Mark II for about a month now, and we've actually started utilizing it for some of our projects, including printing the gears for Riley's overpowered electric longboard, which we're going to be doing a dedicated video on very soon. Atomic! We also managed to print one of the most crucial parts for the Batman grappling hook winch. And that allowed us to do some pretty extreme tests, which you're going to see in the final video that's going to be coming out very soon. So now that we're pretty familiar with how the printer works, we want to do a strength comparison test. How much better is the Mark II compared to a normal consumer 3D printer? And to do that, we're actually revisiting our oldest Batman project. Look familiar? We originally designed this Batman rappelling hook to be made out of steel and allowed us to rappel down from heights and then release the hook. I even trusted my life to it by hanging upside down and pulling as hard as I could.
Really hope this doesn't break. It's pretty strong.
But the real question is, could we have used 3D printing to do this project? Let's find out. Alright, to start, we 3D printed the repelling hook using polycarbonate filament, which is widely regarded as one of the strongest materials you can use for a consumer 3D printer. Now the question is, will this be strong enough to hold my weight? Alright, you ready? I do not have a good feeling about this. Alright, let's put some safety glasses on. Alright, ready? Ooh, it's twisting. Twisting. Oh, now it's kind of holding. I don't want to... It's going to come right down at me. Gotta figure out a better way of doing this. Well, there you go. So you can't print this using a regular 3D printer, but let's see what we can do with the Mark II. As you can see, the limb of the bat arm just snapped right off. Now this is definitely something that the Mark Forged can help with, because with continuous fiber we'd actually have reinforcement all the way along the outline of this, which would likely prevent this kind of a failure. Alright, let's utilize the Eiger software that comes with the Mark Forged to reinforce our part with carbon fiber. As you can see, we're putting 20 layers around the perimeter of the part to really strengthen it up. Alright, so there we go. We have a nylon Batman repelling hook with carbon fiber reinforcement around the perimeter of the part. So hopefully this will be able to hold my weight. Let's see. Alright, let's give this a shot. Whew. A little bit nervous. I think it's going to hold compared to the other one. Just going to put this leg strap on. Oh boy. No safety glasses this time. Just don't want to spin. Not bad. Makes quite the difference. All right, take two. Whew. Not breaking. It's twisting a lot, but that carbon fiber is holding strong. Can you get a close up of that? So as you can see, the part is still twisting in the one axis, and that's because the carbon fiber reinforcement is only along the layers. Unfortunately, it's impossible to have the reinforcement go the other way, because otherwise it wouldn't even twist. But as long as you design your parts with layers in mind, which you do for 3D printing anyways, you can have a very strong structural part that you can actually use for things that you'd normally need metal for. Plus, if you attach it to a bar where it can engage fully, it's even stronger. How many can he do? Uh-oh. How's it feel?
Doesn't make me any stronger.
As you saw, the normal 3D printed part using polycarbonate, which is supposed to be one of the strongest filaments a consumer 3D printer can use, still wasn't strong enough. The carbon fiber reinforced nylon part, though, from the Mark II was actually strong enough to support my weight, though I wasn't exactly pulling off the ceiling like I did with the original prototype made out of metal. That being said, this printer is going to allow us to make some really awesome things that we normally couldn't do with 3D printing, so I'm super excited to see what we're able to make with this 3D printer. And if you guys want more information about it, don't forget to check out their website. There's a link in the description below. Thanks for watching.